Hi everyone, welcome to another video. So in today's video I'll be using Perfect Milk from Neo Nails, and I absolutely love bridal nails, they're my favourite. So I'm creating this set and my inspiration was a little collab that Suzie from Nail Career Education did with Natasha Harton. There they are. And she does these absolutely beautiful floral designs. So anyway, she was teaching Suzie how to do them, so I'm watching along and thought I'm gonna have a little join in and see how I get on. So here we go. I'll be using the Neo Nail white gel paint as well. And the key to this design is layering, and they're just thin layers, so although it's not actual 3D, we're hoping it'll give that little bit of an effect, you know, the texture. So I'm going in, I've got my Nail Chemie gel paint brush, which I'm absolutely loving. You know, if you want something just a little bit thicker than the fine line. So we'll put the first layer down. I'm just putting some random little petals, and I'll also put a few leaves on. Now, the idea, as I say, is to keep it really thin. So I'm trying to work that through, and that layer, that first layer, is going to be slightly wider petals. So then as we're building up on it, you'll see what I mean as we go along. And in between each sort of design, you know, I'll put a thin layer of, you can either use a tack, no, not a tack free, a sticky top coat, or just a base coat, absolutely fine. And I think I'm just going to stick with the 3 bases of the flowers, and I'm just going to put a couple of little leaves, although they don't look like leaves at the moment, more like little splodges. And now I'm just going to go in with my first layer of, I'm actually just using base coat, so yeah. And again, I'm trying to get that as thin as possible. We don't want the nail ending up bulky. And now I'm going to start applying the second layer, and as you can see, I'm doing these slightly thinner, and the idea is that if you can see that little shaded bit, you know, at the background, yeah, so that's what is hopefully, you know, going to give it some dimension. I decided to add another little petal on the end of that one, and then we'll just repeat the process on, you know, each little bit of work I've done. And if you bear in mind, this is my first attempt at this. I didn't really want to do a practice one. I liked the way Suzie did it with Natasha, and I thought, no, just go straight in there, record it, and yeah, you know, just sort of, we'll learn together. So on some of them, I am sort of going over, trying to change the shape slightly, you know, if it doesn't look right, and I'd added another 2 little petals coming off. And now I'm just going in with the thin line. We're just going to do a nice little leaf design. So the nice thing about doing it this way is that you know, as I was doing it, and obviously looking back to do the voiceover, I can already see things that I would have done a little bit differently. And you know, that's what it's all about. You know, we try things, and then we practice, and then hopefully we perfect it. And when I'm doing floral designs, I absolutely love filling in, you know, some of the little spaces just with these little dots. Again, I think it just adds a little bit more dimension to the nails. So, and one of the things I thought when I'm doing these dots, I probably wouldn't use gel paint because they are quite strong, not as delicate as maybe that, you know, I'd normally use. So, you know, that's something else I've learnt there. I'd use the gel polish probably. So now I'm going in with another really thin layer of base. I'll cure that, and then we're ready to go on to the final layer. I think three layers is going to be ample. So now you can see on here, I'm trying to get more of a petal shape because I've got the shadows in the background. So just trying to define, you know, the shape of these petals now. And like most things, you know, they don't have to be perfect. You know, as long as they resemble a flower, then I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go over all the work that I've already done, just to highlight it. So yeah, I'll leave you to watch that and I'll be back in a tick. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go in with some tack-free top coat, and I've just added a couple of little crystals on the bottom. And you know, for my first attempt, I was really happy with how this nail turned out. You know, I thought, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. And as I say, I've learned a few little things, and you know, little things I'd do differently. And just moving on to the next nail. Now, I don't know if you've seen a previous video, and oh my gosh, I really struggled ombre with gel polish, but I've sort of been practicing again, you know, keep practicing, and I think I finally got it. But I'll tell you what really helped was getting a really good ombre brush. This one is a Nail Chemi one. I bought this with the gel paint one, and I'm absolutely loving the brushes. You can see the gaps in between. Now, my previous one, they, you know, all the hairs were quite close together. It didn't have gaps in, and yeah, I feel like it's really made a massive difference. So now I'm coming in with the second coat, and it's I don't know, it's strange, but once you put the second coat on, it really comes together. So again, I'm just patting that in, really light touch, working the white just into that pink. And I felt like I didn't really have to do a great deal with this at all. I've speeded it up a little, but you know, it's more or less in real time. Now I'm going in with a matte top coat on this one, and yeah, I was absolutely over the moon with how easy that ombre was. And for the next design, I'm doing a reverse smile line. Now, again, if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I did a little mini tutorial on this. I've tried a few different methods of, you know, creating this type, and I find this, again, you know, quite an easy one to do. Now, I went in with the first coat, this is the second, and all you need to do, because gel follows gel, get that first layer down, then just go in with your brush, a little bit of gel cleanser on it, and look at the shape you can get. So that, honestly, I find it so much easier than trying to draw it on over, you know, the full colour. Now I'm going in with my gel paint brush because I want to get close up, you know, to the smile line as possible. So once I've applied that first coat, and you know, it's right up there and there's no little gaps, I'll cure that, and then I'm going to come in with the second coat. Now, you see me flip the nail over. All these gels are self-leveling, so if you turn it over, it does help to level it out, and then it gives you a smoother application. Now, I wasn't quite happy with a few little bits, so just before I cure it, I'm just going around that smile line again, around the other side, and then yeah, once I'm happy with it, I'll flip the nail over again, cure it and top coat. And the final design for this set, I'm going to do a sugar one. I'm going to use Nail Sugar's Diamond Dust. I'll leave a discount code in the description box for you. Now I'm putting 2 layers of the Perfect Milk, yeah, I always forget, and then I'm just going over with the Diamond Dust, and that is absolutely gorgeous. I love that effect. And I'm just dusting off any loose glitter there. So our lovely Karen Heidi Reese, she actually did this the other week, and when I seen it, I thought, oh my god, I absolutely love this colour. And when I decided to do this set, I thought, right, I'm going to bring this one into it. It'll go perfect, you know, with the design I'm doing. And on the reverse smile one I did, I'm just going in to top coat it. I did a little bit more artwork, and I've added some crystals going right the way through the smile line and a couple in the corner. So yeah, I really like this one too. Although I do feel that the leaves are, you know, they're a little bit thicker than I'd liked, but, you know, again, it's just practice. And this is the ombre nail that we did. I'm just top coating that, and I've done a lot of crystal work and caviar beads on this, and I think this is one of my favourites. Between the first one and this one, I absolutely love them. So yeah, that's the design complete. And I've just added some crystal work on the sugared nail as well. So yeah, I was really happy with the way they all turned out, and I will do them again. As I say, there's a few things that, you know, I'd like to refine, but I hope you've really enjoyed this video. I've loved doing it for you, so I'd love it if you could, you know, subscribe, like, share, leave any little comments for me. That'd be lovely. And don't forget to check out my previous video where all the details of my giveaway will be there. So all take care. See you next time. Bye.